Good evening, this is Tanisha Laverne Graham reporting live on the red carpet at the Paley Center in New York City, where tonight Fox will premiere its highly anticipated series, Shots Fired, which premieres on Fox March 22nd at 8 o'clock p.m. Tanisha Laverne Grant, blackinamerica.com. You've had such an amazing career, so now you're back with Gina Prince Bythewood, and you started with her years ago with Love and Basketball.
Almost 17 years ago. Can you believe it? I can't even believe it. We're good friends, and we made something that we're both very proud of in Love and Basketball, and we wanted to work together and tried many times, but it just never happened, and this was just kind of the perfect opportunity to come together. It's such a relevant piece. The role, it's such a great kind of juicy role that I get to play in Ash, and great cast, and I think people are going to love it.
So what's the difference between working a 10-part series, because this is just, it's 10 hours, okay? And it's
10 hours.
Okay.
It's basically like shooting a movie, but it's just 10 hours. You're just shooting more material. So it'll be 10, it is a movie, but it's in 10 segments on TV, and it's good. It's like edge of your seat. It's an edge of your seat mystery thriller.
So when I think about this industry and how difficult it is, I mean, you've had an amazing start. A lot of people don't know. This woman is super smart. She went to UC Berkeley, Yale Drama School. So talk to me a little bit about the importance of education. I think so many young women think because they're beautiful and they're sexy that they can just roll into this industry and make it happen, and it doesn't work like that.
Well, it does work like that for some people, but the truth is there's a reason a lot of English actors and Australian actors are being kind of brought in, and that's because over there they have a respect for the craft of acting, and I think because of that more actors actually train. And that's not to say that there aren't talented people in America, but I think that there's kind of a general attitude that, oh, you can just do it. Oh, you wouldn't say, oh, I can just go do some surgery, or I can just play the piano, but a lot of people think they can just act. So the truth is, it is a craft, and I believe in studying, and maybe you'll make it without studying, and a lot of people do, but the kind of actors in general that I like, yeah.
What did you think of this year's Oscars with the diversity? I mean, this is the first year that we've had like record number of African Americans nominated.
Yes, it was amazing. It's about time.
So do you think this is just a hit or miss, like, kind of toss us a little bone, and next year it's going to be back to the same?
I hope not. Hopefully the success will breed more success. Television is definitely moving in the direction that I feel like it's reflecting the world that we live in. Movies has a little bit longer to go, but I was really happy about the diversity at the Oscars.
Well, we love you to pieces. I'm so excited to see what is coming next down the pipeline for you after this. Continue.
American Assassin. It's based on a book series by Vince Flynn. It's with Michael Keaton and Dylan O'Brien.
And what do you say to young African American men who want to involve themselves in the arts and acting, writing, producing?
I encourage you. I encourage you to do stories that are important to you, to your life, that are honest, that are truthful.
So, I mean, y'all are just too cool for school. So now you're doing Shots Fired, and you bring in Sanaa Lathan. 17 years ago, Love and Basketball. Right. So how did that come about?
I mean, we were, as this was being written, we both thought about Sanaa. Who could embody this incredibly complicated, flawed fighter, but still make people care about her? And that was absolutely Sanaa. Sanaa is a dope actor. She's got an innate vulnerability that makes you care about her, and her chops are insane. And we felt privileged to be able to have her embody this character, and we're excited that the world gets to see this side of Sanaa that they haven't seen.
This gun violence narrative, it's really imperative that we tell the truth and that we get to see the perspective from every possible lens.
Exactly.
So talk to me a little bit about your character.
Okay. I play a character named Alicia Carr, who's a mother whose 18-year-old son is shot by a police officer. And she is a single mom, lives in a fairly affluent white community, and she's basically dealing with her own grief when a pastor reaches out to her, played by Aisha Hines, who is phenomenal in this. And she introduces my character to another mother who lost her child, played by the incredible DeWanda Wise, who these two women are my spirit guides right now. Their performances, but as human beings, Bar none.
Talk to me a little bit about your character.
My character's name is Deputy Joshua Beck. He's a young deputy in the police force, and he's just a young cat who's kind of caught up in the middle of this the shooting of this white teen, and you see how he deals with it and how his different worlds pull him apart. Being a young black man, being a police officer, being a father, how all of these different things kind of tug at him and cause him to do certain things.
What is your advice to young men who are involved in gun violence, who feel like they don't have an outlet, that they don't have any help, that they don't have any resources, and that the only thing that they can resort to is gun violence?
I think this is more of a shout out to just as you said, the guys who felt like there's nothing else. The gun violence is a part of it, but it's only a small part of it. There's so many other things, the drugs, there's a bunch of other issues that we have to deal with if we're going to talk about that.